Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for choosing to watch my video. Today I'm going to be showing you everything I've made throughout October, so let's get into the video. These are going to be in no particular order, but these are the first two I'm going to show you. These are stenciled using Nuvo mousses, so this is the first one I did. As you can see, there is texture and it's nicely raised here. But then I thought I would try out my brand new tonic blending brushes, the ones that kind of look a little bit like shaving brushes, and I kind of went across the top here, and although it's still slightly textured, it's not as raised, and I thought it gave a really beautiful effect. So then I did some stars. I think you can see the difference here. So that's quite flat, that's quite raised, so really nice effect, really like that. So then I thought, right, well, let's just use the blending brushes and go in with a completely different stencil, and I did this one here, which I really like. And I also got to use some cards that I had in my stash for so long and hadn't used, so I felt super productive with those. So those are the first ones. Then I had another play with the stamp set that came with issue 100 of Creative Stamping magazine, and I made this one here. This one was inspired by Natasha Foot. She had recently done a video showing how to do this floating panel card. So I have borrowed her idea for this one. I think it's really effective and it's also a nice simple card. Then I had my paper mill direct delivery and I decided to make another one. So this stamp is from Creative Stamping magazine. This mirror card, just look at it exploding behind Santa. I'm obsessed with this. So this was in my paper mill direct delivery, as was this card base. Actually, I made the card base using two of the little red cardstocks that I had on order, and I think that's a fantastic little card. I am really loving this paper mill direct card and this card. So then I got quite into making small cards like this. So I grabbed out one of my go-to stamp sets. This is by Pink Fresh. This was with Creative Stamping a couple of years ago, and I just had a really nice evening of watercolouring the image, and I think it's come out so well. These little berries here have got sparklings on. Whether they're going to show up is another matter. And then I've used the holographic card that was the other one that I'd ordered from Paper Mill Direct, and I made my base again. So I love that card. I think that's really lovely. And then I had another go. So this, I don't think is the same stamp set as that. I think this is a different one, but it would have been Creative Stamping magazine, I think. And again, just a nice evening, Netflix, watercolouring, and I made my borders slightly bigger on this one so that the rainbow holographic card really shines through. But I really like those cards. And this is kind of what I've got into now of an evening. If I just want to chill, I'll make a small card like this. So moving away for Christmas temporarily, I also have this card here. Now this is for a friend who loves Scotty dogs. She has Scotty dogs and it's her birthday at the end of October. So I made this especially for her. Now these were sent to me in Happy Mail last year. I think they may have been sent by Roz, but I may be wrong with that. And I knew I wanted to use them on this card because I had hoarded them for far too long. So I originally had just put them on the mirrored card die cuts, but it wasn't working. So then I thought, right, well, let's get some washi to match the polka dots, which I did, and then I added the bow, which I really like, and I'm really happy with it now. I think it looks really professional. I think it looks like something you could have easily picked up off of Etsy or in one of the card shops, and I think she's going to love it. So really happy with how that one came out. Then I made my gorgeous girls cards. So this is the first one I made. It's a nice little shaker card. Really happy with that. Now I have got a video up, it should be up by now, if not it will be up very soon, of these cards being made. I wanted to do nice quick simple cards using the same collection. So this is one of the ones that I made, and it's covered in my brand new Nouveau drops as well. I think that finished it off really nicely. Then we have this one here, which I've added some glossy accents to here. These toppers were from Home Bargains. I hauled them recently, you may have seen them. And I finished the card off with some stickers from my stash. So I really like that one. And then we have this really simple layered card as well. Very plain, very simple, but it works, and it will be great for our friend's little girl whose birthday is shortly. So those are my gorgeous girl cards. Moving on to Craft Consortium. So I was having withdrawal symptoms because I hadn't used my Made by Elves collection recently. So I made this one here. Now I believe this is called a sketch card. You can have a look on Pinterest and find a lot of these. There's lots of blueprints out there for them, and they're really easy to do. So I thought I'd have a go, and this is what I came up with, and I'm really loving that. I think it's really cute. Then I did my Simple Makes video. This is Simple Mail Makes using patina. This one purely used patina and some cardstock from my stash. So I really like that. And then this is probably my favourite of the two, where I've used patina, which is this bit, but I've also brought in a nautical pad that I have in my stash, and I just think that works so well. It's all mixed in, it looks fab. Great birthday card for a man in your life. So we have those ones. The next thing I made was this gift bag. So I started off by using my Tonic 12x12 card, and I cut it using a die from Paper Craft Society box number 2, which was Simply Made Crafts, and it creates this beautiful bag. Then I added the DSP. Now this is Midnight Flight by Craft Consortium. It's absolutely stunning, and as part of the kit for box 2 you actually got the die to cut out the DSP. So I cut 2 of those and layered them on both sides, but I still wasn't happy, so I decided to just start adding to the bag totally off the cuff and see what happened. So I started off by using the washi that came with the Midnight Flight collection. This design is one of my favourites in the collection. I absolutely love it. So I was really happy when the washi came in the design. And I've put that across the top. I left a tiny little gap, I don't know if you can even see it, between the cardstock and where the washi was. Then I've used some brads. These again are Paper Craft Society, but I can't actually remember which box they came in, I'm afraid. I just thought it makes a change from ribbon, and I thought it was a nice way to seal the bag up. Then I still wasn't happy, so I thought, well, let's use up some scraps. So I had this glitter card. This is Craft Consortium again. It's the Always and Forever range, and it's beautiful. So I thought, well, I'll cut some corners, which is what I've done. And I put those on. I thought that looked quite nice. And then I still wasn't happy. And because it's a thank you for a friend, I went through my stash and I actually found these. Now, these are like 3D stickers. They were all on the same sheet, and I think they're from Poundland. But I just laid them up like this, and I think it looks really pretty. So I'm actually now really happy with how this bag has turned out. I'm going to put some chocolates in there. I'm going to fill it with tissue paper, and yeah, really quite pleased with how that turned out in the end. Next up, I have a couple of lever cards. Now, these are fantastic for using up your scraps and your odds and ends. I have used my new cardstock from Paper Mill Direct to make these, as well as Nativity on this one, and it's Snow Time on this one. So how these work is you have a piece coming from the back and it flips over, and then underneath you have a hidden sentiment, and then once you open the card that can fold down and become your sentiment, which I think is an absolutely brilliant idea. I just love this little concept of the lever. This wasn't my idea at all. These have been around for quite a while, and this was actually part of the challenges that I was set this month on the Facebook group I'm part of, but I'm hooked on these. I think these are fantastic and I really enjoyed making them. So that's the first one. I've got the stars down there from Nativity. We've got Happy Christmas, and then 'Tis the Season underneath. These are actually stamp sentiments that came with Creative Stamping Magazine issue 101, but I just love it. I think that's so cute. And then using a Snow Time scrap, I've used the beautiful little reindeer. We have Joy on the front. Underneath it says Christmas Wishes. I've just used some gems from my stash, and it's just going to open up and sit like so. But I think they are super fun, and I think I'm going to be making a few more because they're just quick, simple, and as I say, they're great for using up your odds and ends. The next challenge card was to do embossed ribbon. So I can't actually remember if it was Natasha Foote or Anne Melvin who did this technique, because they've both kind of done similar videos recently and I watch them both regularly. But it's a really nice technique. This is actually a wedding card. I turned my embossed ribbon into a shaker card because the lady who runs the yard where I keep Sophie got married recently. So I've made her a wedding card. I don't know if you can see, but all the ribbon under here is embossed with a flourish. It's super, super pretty. And I've just used some heat resistant acetate on the top to emboss the wedding. That was an apple blossom sentiment. Filled it all with the mixture of gold and glittered circles. This actually took me the longest. This locket, again, it's apple blossom, but I couldn't decide between rose gold, a gold kind of holographic type mirror board, or this one, and actually I settled on this one because I think it just complements it so well. This DSP under here is actually from Michael's years and years ago. I've been hoarding it and I was like, nope, it's perfect for this card, so I'm going to use it. I've also used some nice ribbon under here, and believe it or not, this card blank, it's linen effect. These are left over from my own wedding invitations. I bought far too many, so when I have a wedding card or a special card, I like to use those. So that is my challenge cards for this month. I've actually got another one to do, and there's just a little bit of time left to do it for this month because I'm pre-recording this, so I might well try and squeeze another one in and then show that next month. But yeah, really like that. I think that's really, really pretty. Lastly, I have a sneak peek for you. This is actually going to be my inspiration for the Paper Fun Days Challenge blog, and it goes live on the first Wednesday of the month. This month we were sponsored by the Artsy Stamper, and I have this gorgeous image of a pumpkin here. Now, I am not a colourist. I've never pretended to be a colourist, and believe me, there are some absolutely phenomenal colourists on the Paper Fun Days design team, but I do think I get a little bit better each month, so it's fun to try. I'm quite pleased with how this pumpkin turned out. I'm quite pleased with the shading. I'm quite pleased with the texture. It's not as good as I'm sure some of the ladies are going to deliver, but for a beginner, I'm fairly happy. Again, I have used for this card my cardstock from Paper Mill Direct, and then I've just used a few bits from my stash as well. So The backing papers were Papercraft Society, as was the twine, the button, and that sentiment, and I just think it all complements each other so nicely. I've actually got a friend with a birthday this Friday, so I think I might give this to her. But quite pleased with that, and as I say, that will be live on the first Wednesday of the month. If you wanted to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description box of this video. So that's everything I've made during October. There's not as much as there normally is because I did have a couple of weeks away, so obviously no crafting for me. I did have serious withdrawal when I came back. I am still working my way through the list from the last project share where there were quite a few requests for videos, which absolutely made my day. So keep an eye on the channel because they are coming. I'm going to film a couple today, hopefully, and they will be coming up over the coming weeks for you. So apologies for being a little bit slow, but I'm doing my very, very best. Thank you very much for watching today. I really hope you have enjoyed the video. Let me know in comments which of the cards is your favourite this month. And do feel free to ask if there's anything you want to see me recreate. Let me know in comments and I will add it to my list and get it out as soon as I possibly can. I hope everyone is safe and well and happy. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications for when I upload videos. If you have enjoyed this video, please also hit that thumbs up button because it absolutely helps the channel to move and grow. I will be back soon with more videos, so until next time, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.